What's going on, guys? UFC 315 just wrapped up this weekend, and we're going to be going over every single fight on the card, giving you my recap and prediction, or recap and breakdowns, excuse me, for every fight on the card. So, yeah, trying a new format once again. Sorry I'm a few days late. I've been busy, like I said, trying to find a more time-friendly format, because, you know, a card every single weekend, I got to take all that time out of my day. It takes like fucking a couple hours to make a video, and it gets draining. Because yeah. But anyways, let's go through this card. First fight on the card: Beksat Almakhan versus Brad Katona. I picked Beksat Almakhan to win this fight by KO in the first round. He gets it done by KO in the first round. That's pretty impressive, man. I think Beksat's got a lot of potential. Lands a nasty uppercut and puts Katona down, and then finishes it with ground and pound. Katona's no bum. Katona's no slouch. Katona's pretty good. So for Beksat to just go and do that to Brad Katona in a minute is very impressive. I think I think Almakhan has serious potential in this division, and I can't wait to see what he does next, honestly, because I think we're going to see big things from Beksat Almakhan. Next fight, Daniel Santos versus Jung Yun Lee. Sick fight. These guys are just scrapping. Daniel Santos gets the win by decision. I picked him to win by decision. Lighter man skill, a cleaner striker, and he has the grappling upside. So yeah, Daniel Santos gets it done over Jung Yun Lee. Sick fight, back and forth scrap, and yeah. This one. Marc-Andre Barriou versus Bruno Silva. Got a feel for Bruno Silva, man. Getting KO'd like that in the first round by Marc-Andre Barriou. Dude, it was rough. Basically, they're scrapping. They get again. Marc-Andre puts him against the fence, lands some elbows in the clinch, and flatlines Bruno Silva in the clinch with an elbow. And Bruno Silva just goes out, face plants. They had to like stretcher him out. I guess he had like some face damage or something, but yeah. Got a feel for Bruno Silva, man, but Marc-Andre Barriou gets it done in front of his hometown. And yeah, good finish. Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Erslan. I'm not getting the hype from Navajo Sterling, I'm not gonna lie. I picked him to beat Ivan Erslan by TKO in the first round. He almost got the TKO in the third round. He dropped him bad, but yeah. I don't know. Navajo Sterling, man. There's something about him. He doesn't look like he has that much speed. His power doesn't seem to be all there. You can tell he's very new to the sport. But I do think he has potential. I just don't think he's there right now. I think a lot of the top 15 would work Navajo Sterling. But yeah, next for Navajo Sterling, light heavyweight's kind of dull. I think we give him a ranked opponent now. And I think his ranked opponent should be the loser of Johnny Walker versus Azamat Mirzakhanov. I think whoever loses that fight, which is going to be Johnny Walker, he's getting flatlined. I think we do Johnny Walker versus Navajo Sterling. I think that's a pretty good fight. But yeah, as for Ivan Erslan, I don't know. He looked decent in the first two rounds. He was keeping in there. But Sterling was just kind of the better fighter, which was expected. But yeah. Next fight, Modestas Bukauskas versus Ion Cutelaba. This was a robbery. Ion Cutelaba clearly won 2 out of the 3 rounds. Bukauskas just wasn't doing anything. Yeah, he landed some decent combos, but Cutelaba was landing harder and landing better and landing more. So I don't know how you give that to Bukauskas. I scored this 2-1 to Cutelaba. I picked Cutelaba to win, so you know what? Maybe I'm just biased, but nah, I think Ion Cutelaba should have got the win here. But yeah, not really much to talk about. Decent fight. Next fight, Jasmine Jasudavicius submits Jessica Andrade in the first round with a rear naked choke. I picked Jasmine Jasudavicius to win this fight by decision. I expected her to go in there, take Andrade down, be a little bit bigger on the feet, mix in some clinch, and she just went in there, ragdolled Andrade, and submitted her. So yeah, very impressive win. I think Jasmine Jasudavicius should fight Manon Fiorot next. I want to see Jasmine versus Manon. I think both of them are big for the weight class, and it'd be an interesting fight. I probably slightly lean Jasmine, just because Manon did not look good in the Valentina fight. We'll get to that in a bit, but yeah, I don't know. Jasmine's grappling is very good. Next fight. My man. Mike Malott. Mike Malott versus Charles Radke. Mike Malott goes in there, puts on a proper performance, and knocks out Charles Radke with a nasty left hook. Flatlines him with some ground and pound. Mike Malott, man. How the fuck did this guy get TKO'd by Neil Magny? I don't get it. Like, I actually don't get it. Mike Malott's so good, but he just gets TKO'd by Neil Magny, so it is what it is. But yeah, Mike Malott, he looked good in this fight, man. First round, he was piecing up Charles Radke. He was working him on the feet. Second round, he finds the finish. Charles Radke just didn't look all there. Maybe the protest fight took something out of him because he didn't look as aggressive in this fight, I don't think. But yeah, Mike Malott gets it done. Mike Malott's very good. I think next for him, he deserves a solid step up in competition. Not a ranked opponent, but I think he deserves a solid step up in the unranked area. I would like to see Mike Malott take on... who would I like to see Mike Malott take on? Who's in the unranked area that he could take on? Maybe like Max Griffin's in there. Li Jing Liang's in there. Those are two good matchups that he could have. Yeah, Max Griffin or Li Jing Liang. I'd say Li Jing Liang's a step up from Charles Radke. Maybe not the biggest step up, but it's a step up from Radke. I think Malott versus Li Jing Liang would be interesting. So yeah, let's do that. I think Mike Malott should fight Li Jing Liang next. Let's move on to the next fight. Benoit Saint Denis versus Kyle Prepolek. This was an execution. Kyle Prepolek was never going to win. I picked BSD to win, and he gets it done by submission in round 2. First round, he just marauds forward and just starts beating up Kyle Prepolek. I've seen some people saying it was a 10-8 round. I don't think so. There was not enough damage, in my opinion, for a 10-8, but I don't know. At the same time, Kyle Prepolek literally did nothing. I don't think he landed a single strike, but yeah, BSD gets it done. Second round, Kyle Prepolek starts landing some decent combinations on BSD, but BSD keeps marauding forward. They end up on the ground, and BSD just kind of falls into a arm triangle and gets it. BSD's a marauder, man. I want to see him fight either Michael Chandler or... yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Michael Chandler versus Benoit Saint Denis. Throw that on like a main card as an opener or something. Like, that'd be a sick fight. BSD Michael Chandler, that's just a marauder maxing fight. Hopefully we don't get patient Michael Chandler in that matchup, but yeah. Benoit Saint Denis gets this one done. He looked pretty good in this fight. I mean, I know it was Kyle Prepolek, and BSD was a minus 1,350 favorite. But, yeah, I mean, Kyle Prepolek's not terrible, so... yeah, good win from BSD. I want to see him get chinned by Michael Chandler next. No, I'm joking. That would actually be an interesting fight. I feel like BSD would win, but I don't know. BSD might just get slapped. Next fight, Natalia Silva versus Alexa Grasso. Natalia Silva might be the best fighter in this division. Schools Alexa Grasso, pieces her up on the feet. She might beat Shevchenko, but I don't know if we're going to get the fight. Because there's a specific fight for Shevchenko that I want next. Natalia Silva, though, if she does get the title shot, I might pick her against Valentina Shevchenko. I don't know. She's just too quick on the feet, too slick. Takedown defense is really good. Natalia Silva is one of the best fighters in this division, and she proved it here tonight, or last weekend. But yeah, great win from Natalia Silva. Decent fight. Grasso was trying to brawl at certain moments, but it was pretty much just her getting picked apart from range. The kicks, the feints, and Natalia Silva was just the better fighter. So yeah, and Grasso could not get the fight to the ground. So yeah, Natalia Silva gets it done. Let's move on to the next fight. Amin Zahabi versus Jose Aldo. This was a clear Aldo win. It was. Listen, I don't hate Amin Zahabi. He put up a good fight. Round 1, Aldo just outclassed him and schooled him. Round 2, very close, could go either way. I slightly scored it for Aldo, but I understand scoring that round for Zahabi. It's very close. Round 3 was an Aldo round. The entire first half of the round, he's piecing him up. Landed the better shots. Then he rocks him bad. Soccer kicks him in the head and drops him. He tries to get up. He drops him again. He knocked him down twice in the third round. Aldo scored 2 knockdowns in the round with a soccer kick, and then when he got back up, he hit another shot that made him stumble down to the ground. Dropped him twice, almost finished the fight multiple times. And then they end up on the ground. Aldo kind of gasses out. Amin Zahabi ends up on top. He has top control for maybe 2 minutes and lands like a couple meh elbows. And then kind of just lays there the entire time. He lands one elbow that kind of leaves a little cut on Aldo's forehead. That does not negate almost getting finished and getting dropped twice and getting outstruck the rest of the round. Laying on him for 2 minutes and getting a couple elbows and cutting him open. Like, yes, he made the round close with that, but that's still an Aldo round. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased. Ariel Helwani gets the win. Jose Aldo has to retire on a loss. They didn't even give him like a promotional video. Michelle Waterson-Gomez got an entire fucking promotional video. Anthony Smith got a 40-minute promotion for his retirement in the cage. And Jose Aldo gets nothing. So, I don't know, that's a bit weird, but Yeah, I thought Aldo won this. I thought it was a clear 3-2, or I thought it was a clear 2-1. Could have been 3-0. I thought round 1 and 3 were clear for Aldo. Laying on your opponent and getting like 10 elbows maybe in 2 minutes is not enough to negate getting dropped twice and almost getting finished and getting outstruck the rest of the round. So yeah, Jose Aldo should have got the win, but Eamon Zahabi gets it. He made it very close. It was a competitive fight. Zahabi is definitely ranked worthy. I think next for Eamon Zahabi should be like will be a good fight in the rankings for Eamon Zahabi. Maybe like an Eamon Zahabi versus a Henry Cejudo or something. I don't know. But yeah, something boring. Don't give this guy any fun names. Because it's Ariel Helwani and we don't care for him. Co-main event: Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. I thought this was a clear Valentina Shevchenko win. I'm seeing some people call it a robbery. I don't think so. I thought it was clear for Shevchenko. Round 1 was clear Shevchenko. And then I think round 4 was clear Shevchenko. And then it was either the round 3 or round 5. I'm trying to remember. But round 1 and 4 were clear for Shevchenko. Round 2 was close, but I scored it for Manon. Round 3, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it was round 3 or round 5. I think it was round 5 that I scored for Shevchenko. So, yeah, clear 4-1 or clear 3-2 for Shevchenko. You could even argue 4-1 Shevchenko. I thought this was a clear Shevchenko win. Not the most entertaining fight, but not completely boring. It was okay. They're kind of just striking at each other from range. Manon's trying to clinch up and fence hold. Shevchenko circles out, feints a bit, lands a couple strikes. Drops Manon Fiorot in the 4th round. I thought she was about to get the TKO there, but it was near the end of the round and she didn't have enough time. But yeah, drops Manon Fiorot in the 4th round. Shevchenko looked good. And I said this earlier, there's a specific fight I want for Valentina Shevchenko. And that fight is Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili for a double champ fight. I want to see that. That would be a sick fight. I'm not gonna lie, I think I slightly lean Weili with the speed and the volume and the well-roundedness. She's not just gonna freeze up like Manon did in moments. I slightly lean Weili. And she has the lighter woman skill, so you never know. But yeah, that'd be a sick fight. Valentina Shevchenko gets the win. Let's move on to the next fight. Main event. This is the one you're all here for. Definitely fight of the night. Jack Della Maddalena defeats Bilal Muhammad. I picked Bilal Muhammad to win this fight, and Jack Della Maddalena gets it done. I was rooting for JDM though, man. This was one of the picks I wanted to get wrong. I did good on this card. I think I went 9 out of 12, so I only got 3 fights wrong. I got the Eamon Zahabi Jose Aldo fight wrong. I got this fight wrong, and I got Bukowskis Kuchalaba wrong. I got the rest of them right. But Jack Della Maddalena gets the win over Bilal Muhammad. Just outclassed him on the feet. Bilal Muhammad wasn't joking when he said he was going to strike. He was joking, though, when he said he had Canelo hands, because Jack Della Maddalena pieced this boy up. He went in there. He looked good. Almost finished Bilal a couple times, but Bilal's got a chin, man. Bilal's durable. Couldn't get the wrestling going. Got 1 out of 7 of his takedowns, and only had him down for like a little bit. JDM's takedown defense and scrambles look really good. I know we were saying in the Gilbert Burns fight, I got taken down multiple times by Gilbert Burns and held down a bit. He had a broken arm that entire fight, and he still found the finish, still scrambled up and stuff. We see now when he doesn't have a broken arm. He's a problem for everybody in this division. I don't know who beats him. I don't know who beats Jack Della Maddalena. Next for him is going to be Islam Makhachev. I don't know if Islam Makhachev beats him. I feel like JDM might TKO Islam Makhachev. The size, the footwork, the technical boxing, the power, the ability to like scramble and defend takedowns. This guy sounds like a nightmare for Islam Makhachev. Think about how competitive the Dustin Poirier fight was and how they went to war. Jack Della Maddalena is Dustin Poirier, but 30 to 40 pounds heavier. Maybe not that much, but 25 to 30 pounds heavier. Hits harder. Better cardio. Better takedown defense. Better jiu-jitsu off of his back. Better scrambling and better ability to get back up. Stronger, taller, longer, and a better boxer. And think about how Dustin Islam went to war. Islam does not like it when fights get tough. Islam in a technical back and forth fight, Islam wins every time. Right? We've seen that time and time again. Islam is too good for technical fights. In a scrap though, you can make it close with Islam. Like Volk in the 5th round, turning that fight into a war. Dropped Islam against the cage in the 5th round. Volk's 5'6" and fights at featherweight. JDM is a big dude. He's going to be bigger than Islam in there. and he's going to be the better striker. Islam cannot stand with him like he did with Dustin Poirier. If Islam goes out there, just strikes and doesn't defend takedowns, or doesn't shoot takedowns, excuse me, on Jack Della Maddalena, he's getting finished. JDM is finishing Islam Makhachev if that happens. And I don't know if I see Islam Makhachev just consistently taking down Jack Della Maddalena. And if he does, I just see JDM scrambling up. He's too good for these wrestlers. The only way to beat JDM is to outstrike him on the feet. Like, he's too good at scrambling. He's too good at keeping fights on the feet. And if you're not an elite level striker, he will outclass you on the feet. And I know Islam's a very good striker. Don't get me wrong. Islam's very high level on the feet. I love watching Islam strike, but let's be real. Islam is not an elite caliber striker. He's not the best of the best when it comes to striking. Right? He's very close. I'd say he's top 3 strikers in his division. But JDM, he's going to make it a war. He's going to make Islam uncomfortable in there. He's going to be a big, strong dude that's hard for Islam to take down. Islam's known to gas out a little bit too. JDM's cardio looked great in this fight. I'm not going to lie, early prediction if JDM and Islam fight, I got JDM by late TKO, round 4 or 5. I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, I'm leaning JDM 55-45 on the percentages. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just find that to be a very hard fight for Islam. Like, I think Islam would have had a better chance if he came up and fought Bilal. I think he would have had a better chance if he came up and Ian Gary or Joaquin Buckley was champ. JDM's a very hard stylistic match. Like, if Shavkat was champ, I think Islam beat Shavkat. I don't know about JDM. JDM's got a bad style for Islam Makhachev. The slick boxing, the combinations, the power, the size, the takedown defense, the scrambling. This guy was like made to beat a guy like Islam Makhachev. Right? Anyways, JDM Bilal Muhammad, sick fight. One of the best fights I've ever seen. Bilal Muhammad, respect to him. He came, he scrapped, he threw down. He weathered the storm, and he survived. I had this 4-1 JDM. Could have been 3-2. It was between 3-2 and 4-1 JDM. Clearly won the fight. Yeah, round 1, 2, and 3 were all JDM. And then I also gave round 5 to JDM. Round 4 could have went to Bilal Muhammad. Very close round, but yeah, I had it 4-1 JDM. I thought JDM clearly won. So yeah, great win for JDM. He is the new welterweight champion of the world. Pieces up Bilal Muhammad. Beats him up on the feet. And yeah, I think next for JDM is going to be Islam Makhachev. And I actually think he's going to beat Islam Makhachev. I think this is a bad matchup for Islam. Who beats JDM? Let's get back to that question. Because I'm thinking, Shavkat's not fucking beating this guy. This guy schools Shavkat. What's Shavkat going to do? Shavkat with his mid-tier wrestling. He's going to hold JDM against the cage and knee him to the thigh, trying to look for takedowns, but he can't get it. And then every time he circles up to the center, JDM's going to be piecing him up because that chin's way up in the air. Shavkat has no head movement. Like, I'm not going to lie, I think JDM would finish Shavkat Rakhmonov or just piece him up. Like, Shavkat's getting schooled by JDM. Ian Gary. I think JDM could finish Ian Gary. Like, I don't know, though. Ian Gary's crafty, though. Ian Gary's slick on the feet. Ian Gary might be able to pull something off. Joaquin Buckley. JDM is just going to weather the explosiveness early, defend some of the takedowns, and eventually find the TKO late on Joaquin Buckley. Buckley doesn't beat JDM. That'd be a sick fight, though. I want to see that. But I am leaning JDM by TKO on that. Sean Brady. Could be a hard fight. Sorry if you hear the fucking lawnmower outside. There's a fucking like industrial lawnmower going like outside of everyone's houses. But yeah, anyways. Sean Brady could be a tough fight because of the strength and just like the takedown ability and the jiu-jitsu on the ground, the ability to just get you there and hold you there. But we just seen Bilal struggle with that, and Bilal was considered the best pressure wrestler in this division. Could Sean Brady be better? Who knows? We didn't really see them wrestle. Their fight was mostly striking. But could Sean Brady be the one to take him down and just hold him down and maybe get a submission off him? I don't think so. And on the feet, Sean Brady's improving, but dude, he got TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad on the feet. JDM has a field day with Sean Brady in the striking. Like I'm telling you right now, I like Sean Brady. I don't know who beats JDM. Right now I'm thinking the 3 best possibilities that we have to beat JDM at the top of welterweight are Sean Brady, Ian Gary, and Joaquin Buckley. And Islam. Throw Islam in. Actually, scrap Joaquin Buckley. Throw Islam in there. Those are the 3 best options we have to beat JDM. And I don't know if he loses, man. JDM just is so good. He's destined to be at the top of this division. And I think JDM at the end of everything is going to go down as one of the greatest welterweights of all time. So, yeah. JDM is going to fight Islam next. As for Bilal, maybe the winner of Buckley versus Usman. Bilal versus Usman is an interesting matchup. I don't think Usman's going to win. I think Usman's getting TKO'd in the first 2 rounds. But Usman versus Bilal could be interesting. Ian versus Bilal. Maybe we do that. Maybe this is how I'd match make welterweight. So JDM's gonna fight Ian Gar or JDM's gonna fight Islam. I think you do Sean Brady versus Shavkat Rakhmonov for a number one contender fight. I think you do Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. And then I think you do. What else could you do? Buckley versus Usman. The winner of that can maybe fight the loser of an Ian Gary versus a Bilal Muhammad, or the loser of like a Shavkat Sean Brady. I don't know. Welterweight's a little bit tough to matchmake. Forgot about Leon. What about Leon? Who do we feed Leon to? If Michael Morales beats Gilbert Burns, we could do Michael Morales versus Leon Edwards. Finally give Leon Edwards a striker. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this format. It was a bit rushed. I could probably do better with it in future videos. It's just way easier like this because I don't have to spend fucking 10,000 hours of my day just crafting a video. But who knows? Maybe if my audience grows and you guys really want those higher quality videos, I will go back to them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think because I want to make videos that you guys want to watch. So if you guys want to watch this, I can do this. If you guys want me to go back to the old format, I will go through the old format. But yeah, let's get on to the official recap because why not? 9 for 12 on picks and both of my locks correct, so that's pretty good. I'm happy about that. Fight of the night, definitely Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. There were some other good fights on this card. Aldo versus Zahabi could have been up there. What else? Daniel Santos versus Jun Yong Lee could have been up there. That was a good fight, but it's got to be Muhammad Della Maddalena. Sick back and forth scrap. And best finish, Malott versus Radke. Yeah, this was just a big W for Canadian fans like myself. Malott goes out there, gets a nasty KO, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about this format. I'm trying out different formats, just seeing what works, what doesn't, so I need your guys' feedback on that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Peace.